Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Right. Welcome. Man, there's a lot going on. Jeez. Huge day yesterday.
Unbelievable.
Joe Robinette Biden's Oval Office speech. That almost never happens with this guy. Christopher Wray's bogus testimony.
Whoa.
Powerful. Just powerful. Benjamin Netanyahu spoke to Congress. And, of course, over 3,000 people and counting. They pick up more every single day on their way to the U.S. border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Another caravan of illegals on the way. So that's great. They're hoping to get here by the time, before the election. So before November 5th. They're walking, of course, so it's going to take some time. But they want to get here before November 5th, and they're definitely hoping that Donald Trump doesn't win.
No kidding.
Because if he does, they're not getting in. And that's one of the reasons I'm hoping Donald Trump will win.
No kidding.
Man, so important. I mean, it gets more important every day that we get rid of these Democrats out of the Oval Office.
I mean, everything. No, not everything. Many things that Joe Biden said last night, our president, from the Resolute desk, looking powerful, was true, except exactly the opposite. I mean, he said is true. It's just that he doesn't mean it the way we mean it.
Right. Yes. Democracy is on the line. That's true.
We're at an inflection point. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that's all true. Except we don't have a democracy, and I wish to hell they'd stop saying it.
He threw in a republic at the end.
He did. I was surprised because they never call us what we are. They never do that. And he did it once, but it was democracy, and then at the end finally throws in a republic.
That's the Obama game plan. I said it.
I said it. Yeah, I know it's a republic. I've said that. I've said it.
How many times I got to say it?
Capitalism. I said I love it. Did you? Okay. Yeah, about 8 years ago, I said it. Oh, okay. Well, then you must have really meant it. Because you spew Marxism all the time, but you said you liked capitalism once. Good. All right, we're all set. But here's some of the highlights from Joe last night.
My fellow Americans, I revere this office.
What?
The sacred cause of this country is larger than any one of us.
I revere this office. You what? I'm sorry, what?
And those of us who cherish that cause cherish it so much.
I was cherish the cause. I cherish it so much.
The cause of American democracy itself.
Democracy.
On that day I told you, as I stood in that winter, we stood in a winter.
Yeah.
And I will keep fighting for my cancer moonshot.
Oh.
So we can end cancer as we know it, because we can do it. When Ben Franklin was asked, as he emerged from the convention going on.
You know, the thing that was whatever thing they were doing, he emerged. And he was doing a thing there, and they had to get together of some sort.
God bless you all. May God protect our troops.
Right. Thank you for whispering at the end. That's so great.
And that's what you missed.
That's what you missed.
Summed up nicely.
Yeah. So we'll get into that and more of the specifics. Yesterday at the White House, KJP gave a briefing. She was obviously asked a lot of questions about Joe Biden. Here's KJP on Joe stepping aside.
He didn't step down from campaigning or from running because he didn't believe he can serve in a second term. That is not why.
Oh.
And what I would say, as I just finished my opening, I would say tune in. Tune into what he has to say tonight, and he will lay that out for you all and the American people as to why he made that decision.
Okay, great. By the way, he did not resign last night. I was correct on that. I knew he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Knew he wouldn't do it. He's just too power hungry. And I think that's part of the promise to him. All right, just step aside from the campaign, okay? We'll let you serve out your term, and you won't end in disgrace, all right? We won't pull you out of there with the 25th Amendment. And so I think that's the agreement. And so they're going to let him serve out. And so the patriotism that he feels has kicked in now.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. So
He bleeds it.
yeah, he just bleeds. He loves this country.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Yeah.
And so that's why he stepped aside, just out of pure patriotism.
That's correct.
Well, and the threats they were making. But don't worry about that part. Shh. We won't talk about that.
mean,
It's pure patriotism.
If he was this Joe during the debate, he may not have.
Oh, he
may
was still
be,
bad.
He was not good.
Jeffy,
last
he
night.
was not
He's
good.
He wasn't
Not good.
debate Joe.
Well,
I think if he was this
pretty
Joe,
close.
he might have survived.
Maybe. I don't know. But he had jet lag during the debate. That's why, right? And he didn't feel
Well,
good.
he didn't feel good.
Then the sun was in his eyes.
One bad night.
What do you want? One bad night.
Don't make fun of the man stuttering.
Yeah, he threw that into
Yeah.
lifelong stutter. Shut up.
Shut up. I'm so sick of it. Peter Ducey asked a question about who covered this up. And you know what the answer to that is? No one. It was on display every day for the last 4 years. What are you talking about? Who covered this up? Are you blind?
You all led
Are
us
you
to believe
deaf?
that we weren't seeing what we were seeing.
Right.
I'm not here.
Now you can listen to them on that. You can listen to them saying when they're right in front of your stupid face, "I am not here," and say,
you
"Oh,
are.
okay, they're not there." Or you could say, "Yes, you are. You're here," and you could talk about it every day like we did. Jeez, nobody covered it up. You can't cover it up.
That's how bad it was.
I have
It
literally
is.
hundreds of examples just in this machine. We have hundreds more on video.
Yes.
We've got the evidence of the last 4 years and the disintegration of this man's health. We've been talking about it the whole time.
Oh.
No one covered up. I mean, they tried to cover it up, but they couldn't.
But-
It's uncoverable.
But you said an interesting thing there about the deterioration of his health. He didn't drop out because of his health.
No, that's right. That's right. He dropped out because patriotism.
I just know what
We'll get to the clips.
your
and
girl
we'll learn all about it.
KJP said.
Yeah.
And, when she was forced on.
Well, yeah, his exit was not health related. Thank
Yeah.
you for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Here's KJP reminding us.
You read the president's statement where he said that it's in the country's best interest for him to step aside. Why is it in the country's best interest for him to step aside?
Yeah,
Does it
why?
have to do with his
Good
health,
question.
or-
Thank you.
It does not have to do
No,
with
it's
their-
nothing to do with
nothing
health.
to do with his health.
No, nothing.
So she either wrote the speech or
What?
already saw it ahead of time and thought, okay, so that's our story. We're not going with the health thing. Okay, I want to
Okay,
know before I go
okay.
out there.
Wait, how do you say it has nothing to do with this? What does it have to do with then? Why is it in the best interest of the country? Why? If it's not his health.
And he
what
has
is
said
it?
all along he the best man for the job, which
He
is
sure
why he
has.
decided to run again.
Right.
That's what he told us.
And he is the best man for the job, just as Kim Cheadle was the best woman for the job
Thank
at
you.
the Secret Service. And that's why she stepped down the very next day after saying it. These people, I mean, how stupid do they think we are?
Well,
Really stupid. They really think we're complete morons. She said Biden wasn't bullied.
Can you talk a little more about how he's feeling after making such an extraordinary decision, like you said, making it quickly?
how is he
Did he
feeling?
feel bullied to leave the race?
I'm going to let the president speak for himself.
Uh-oh.
Look,
So that's
Look.
a yes.
these are
Look, I'm about to lie to you. Look.
obviously it's a historic moment,
Uh-huh.
but a decision like this is very personal. It's not easy to make. And I think there are very rare politicians who could look at the situation
And be
make a
forced out of
decision.
office like that? Yeah. Very, very rare to be forced out of office like that.
So she was asked if Joe Biden was bullied to leave office. She never said no. She never said no, he wasn't.
Yeah. Well,
So-
because we all know he was. He was bullied right out of the
Absolutely, he was, and I think there is so much behind the scenes that happened on Sunday
Yep.
with
Yeah.
that. The letter release that did not specifically endorse Kamala, then the tweet about 10 minutes later that did from Joe Biden's
Yes.
account that did endorse
yes.
Kamala, and now reports have come out that say that from multiple sources say that Barack Obama is pissed that Joe Biden endorsed Kamala Harris with that tweet. That was not part of the plan. Because Obama, they're saying, has no confidence that Kamala Harris can win. And
which is surprising because she's so good.
She's so good. I mean, right?
You'd
Just
think
look at
Barack
her.
would notice that.
You would. You would think so, wouldn't you?
But, I mean, here's a quote from someone inside the Biden family. Obama's very upset because he knows she can't win. He knows she's just incompetent. The Border Czar, who never visited the border, saying that all migrants should have health insurance. She cannot navigate the landmines that are ahead of her. When you're running for president, there are things you can't say. So he was outmaneuvered. Barack Obama was. And
yeah, that's interesting.
And they continue to say that, wait till the debate. She's going to put her foot in her mouth. Obama wanted an open convention, and he wanted Mark Kelly. That's what the reports are from the sources who are familiar with Barack
Interesting.
Obama.
An old white man.
I eat no for breakfast.
Old white man. That's an interesting choice. Yeah. If that's true.
I still think he wanted Wes Moore in there. That's my take, because Wes Moore is Obama 2.0. Stealth candidate coming in out of nowhere is just as radical as all of them. But anyway, I just and we were sitting here this morning and we were talking amongst ourselves about how Obama hasn't endorsed her yet.
Yeah.
What did we see come on the screen there that said he's planning to now?
Yeah.
Well, right.
Did they
That's
win?
the report.
Did Obama lose this?
Sounds like it. Maybe.
I mean, maybe he just okay, fine. I'm going to go back to paddle boarding and fine.
And
go
killing
ahead, run
chefs.
her.
I'll
Run
just
her.
kill more chefs.
Killing chefs.
Chefs who impregnate my daughter, I'll just kill them all.
Whoa, wait a minute. What's that?
Wait,
am I
what?
talking about?
What?
But seriously,
I love that idea.
How amazing is this? Okay, that's a Free Think Friday. Let's get on that.
Definitely
Hold on a
Free
second.
Think Friday.
Think of this. Whoever controlled Joe Biden's social media account on Sunday afternoon, that's who just chose the nominee
Yeah.
for
But
the
you know
Democrats.
who that is, right?
KJP.
There you go.
KJP and Kamala, I bet behind the scenes are tight.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Boy, those two together.
Oh, they're great. Maybe she'll be the vice presidential choice for Kamala.
It's been a devastation.
Now, the only white guy that she could really choose is Pete Buttigieg, right? He's the only white guy she can choose.
Because you're still playing identity politics
Yeah.
there. Yeah. She could pick Mark Kelly. That would be a solid choice for her. Mark Kelly from Arizona.
Yeah.
Astronaut, hero guy.
That would give him that swing state without too
Probably.
much trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be a smart choice. But I mean, her radical politics have to be talked about. I mean, we haven't heard enough about. She wants abortion on demand, anytime, for any reason. She was a disaster with the border. A disaster. Call her whatever. The person in charge of the border,
Okay,
she certainly was
fine.
that.
She wasn't
They're making
a
this
czar.
big deal out of she wasn't a czar. Okay, whatever.
We have a good montage you're going to love coming up later.
Oh, man. She wants to ban fracking and offshore drilling. She wanted the Green New Deal. She wanted to abolish the filibuster in the Senate. She wanted to defund the police. She wants felons, including death row inmates, to vote. She's committed to rebuilding Ukraine. I'm sorry. No. That's not our job. Okay? We don't have to rebuild other nations. I'm sorry for what happened to them. We've done enough with the $200 billion we've already given them. No to rebuilding Ukraine or Afghanistan anymore or Iraq. Whoever it is. You know, at least we helped destroy those countries, Afghanistan and Iraq. At least we dropped some bombs on them. Ukraine, we're not responsible for it, okay? No.
That's a thin line.
Rebuild your own. I can't take it. But anyway, she's an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster.
Let's not forget about, as far as Border Czar goes, she wants, free health care and education.
For illegals.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, for residents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we've got another 3,000 plus headed our way. And if she wins, they're going to be welcomed with open arms and all given health care.
We keep hearing between 8 and 11 million, but I heard somebody mention 17 yesterday. So
that wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't
be surprised.
It was more than that actually, but I actually did hear someone
Geez, 17 million. Just in the last 4 years?
Yeah.
Whew, that'd be bad. All right. How many of us love puppies? All of us, right? They're cute. They're cuddly. It's not to love. But can you imagine pulling puppies out of their mother's womb? The outrage that you would see from that. Wow. So why are puppies more protected than human babies? Preborn is the nation's leader in protecting the life of the unborn by introducing babies to their mothers and the mother to the baby through an ultrasound, which only costs $28. A baby's chance at life doubles. $28 can double the chance the baby's born alive. $140 can buy 5 ultrasounds. Whatever you can contribute would be greatly appreciated. Preborn and their network of clinics offer free ultrasounds to women with unplanned pregnancies in the highest abortion areas in the country. Through their great work, Preborn rescues 200 babies every day, and they don't stop there. They're a ministry of compassion, loving women and babies, and they offer assistance for up to 2 years to help the mom with diapers and baby formula and emotional support and whatever the mother needs. So if you can contribute, please go to preborn.com/Pat, or you can just dial pound 250 and say the keyword baby, pound 250 keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Here's KJP from yesterday on whether or not Biden can serve.
The president believes that it's best for the country that he not be in the Oval Office for another 4 years. How can you assure the American people that he's up to be in the office for the next 6 months?
Well, first I would say is that, and I've heard these suggestions out there. This is not an answer to you. This is an answer to the suggestions that I've had. I've heard about him resigning from office. We believe, and any suggestion of that note is ridiculous. It is not what we believe. The president, I just laid out what the president has been able to do in almost 4 years, and it's been successful. He's been able to do more, again, than any president has been able to do in 2 terms. He's been able to do that more in 1 term.
It's so ridiculous. That must be pissing Obama off. You know? Is that not a shot at him, too?
Yeah.
You're saying that you've been more successful in 4 years than Barack Obama was in 8? And I think that's right if you're talking about destroying the country.
Yes, that's for sure.
But that's not how they perceive it, so he's got to be wildly offended at that.
And the 81 million votes.
Yeah.
The most ever.
Yep.
Honestly, if you are in the White House press corps and you go to these briefings, or you know someone who does, have them ask her point blank in the next few days, did you send the tweet on Sunday of Joe Biden endorsing Kamala Harris? Let's see how many blinks she gives us in response. I want to know who's running Joe Biden's social media. I would love somebody.
Well,
to
she is.
She is.
Yeah,
I want somebody to put her on the spot.
Then last night, Joe gave his much-awaited speech from the Oval Office. Man, wasn't it worth the wait? It was worth the wait.
Powerful.
Seriously was. Yeah. Here he is passing the torch.
You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
We don't have a democracy, douche. Can't
So I
take it.
decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
Really? Okay.
That's the best way to unite our nation. You know, there is a time and a place
Good excuse.
for long years of experience in public life.
Yes.
There's also a time and a place for new voices,
Is there?
fresh voices.
Right.
Yes, younger voices.
Yes. Younger.
And that time and place is now.
Okay. And just in the last 2 days, you realize that, right?
Well, he's coming off of COVID.
Yeah.
He could have
reevaluating.
He could have just tucked in now, as in tonight, because effective midnight tonight, I am stepping down from the presidency.
No.
I'm surprised that There was nothing new in this entire speech.
No.
Nothing at all.
Except they're trying to pan it off as if there's nothing wrong with him still. It's just the same stinking lie.
Didn't say health.
He won't.
No,
he won't. There's nothing wrong with him. In his mind, supposedly, there's nothing wrong at all.
It's amazing.
And this had nothing to... She said it. He said it. Nothing to do with health. What? I mean, that's so insulting.
It's preposterous.
So we're led to believe, on face value last night, that the only reason Joe Biden is stepping down is because it's time to pass the torch.
Yeah, right.
He no longer believes he's the man for the job.
I mean, what brought you to that realization in the last 3 days?
Right. It's like...
It doesn't make any sense. Of course, nothing they say does. Nothing makes any sense with him. He discussed the next 6 months.
Oh, can't wait.
Over the next 6 months, I'll be focused on doing my job as president.
Will you?
That means I'll continue to lower costs for hardworking families.
What?
Grow our economy.
How's that working out now?
Yeah.
I'll keep defending our personal freedoms and our civil rights. From the right to vote to the right to choose.
Oh, shut up.
I'll keep calling out hate.
The right to murder babies. That's the most important thing in their lives.
No place in America for political violence or any violence ever, period. I'm going to keep speaking out to protect our kids from gun violence. Our planet from climate crisis is the existential threat.
Gosh.
I know.
I can't.
And I will keep fighting for my cancer moonshot so we can end cancer as we know it, because we can do it.
Does he still think that's still going on?
Supreme Court reform.
They closed that up.
Because this is critical to our democracy. Supreme Court reform.
We don't have a democracy. There it is again. It's critical to our democracy, which we don't have. Oh, man, they try to hammer that.
I do love that he has a picture of Bo behind him, though. That's wonderful.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bo died in Iraq, you know. He was a hero in Iraq, and he died a hero in Iraq.
Came home with cancer, I hear.
No, he died in Iraq.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. What's the matter with you? He also bungled the Ben Franklin quote.
Ben Franklin was asked as he emerged from the convention going on. The founders.
You know the thing.
He doesn't know what it was.
Monarchy of the Republic.
It's written for you in front of your stupid face. How do you not say it? Ben Franklin said as he emerged from the it's at the convention. He was at an Amway convention, and he came out of that, and they said, "What do you think of multi-level marketing?" And he said, anyway,
it's $1 million idea if you can keep it.
He said you got to create a downline.
I know you guys keep saying that he's not stepping down because he's sick. Some will say he may have looked sick before the speech started. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, boy, he looks like a lost puppy.
He's just waiting.
My fellow Americans.
Yeah,
he's great. Yeah,
but it's not his health.
No, has nothing to do with his health. I don't even know where you're getting that.
And they were all there. I was led to believe that Jill was in France, but she's there. The whole family was there. Jill and Hunter and his wife and Ashley and her husband. They were all sitting off to the side, and afterward they all got together and had ice cream. It's the wonderful thing.
That makes everything better.
It makes everything better.
It just does.
But I will say that right there, you see Jill there standing with him after, and there's a picture of them along the side of the
let's see the whole family sitting together.
Look how disgusted she is with him, man. She hates him so much.
She sure does.
And you see the family sitting there with all of them.
There they are.
And she's at the end there, and she's
disgusted.
If she could jump across that desk and put a pillow over his face.
Yeah, you sent one in that's a tighter zoom. We got to get the one that shows Jill up close.
Oh, man, she is
not
disgusted
happy
with him bad.
Hang on, where is that one? Because that one, you're absolutely right.
It's that same shot. It's just it's a tighter shot, and that's fine. It's just that you can tell that, holy cow. And Hunter, he's bummed. He's going.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah.
There she is.
She was. Everybody else is crying. She's not.
Nope.
He's like,
she's pissed.
Really pissed. And there's another shot of them after outside as he speaks to, I don't know if he's speaking to the people who hate Israel outside of the White House, but they're all kind of clapping. And boy, he looks really bad there.
Yeah, he does.
They're all clapping, and Jill is not clapping one single bit.
My favorite picture all night is Trump watching Joe Biden from Trump Force One.
That's awesome. He's like, what?
Look at that.
You believe this guy?
Huh? There's a couple more where he's just looking side-eye like, what? What are we even doing here? This guy.
That's great.
But don't worry. People outside were crying.
Oh, yeah, because that's why he
Joey,
was
go ahead
speaking
and throw
to.
those
Yeah.
up there.
Oh, let's see.
Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Thank you, President Biden.
Come
For
on.
what?
There's
Practically destroying the nation
There's
single-handedly?
ladies on the ground. Yeah, and you got this one that
These
is all
morons.
cute. But there's the three ladies sitting on the ground there, and then the middle one is crying her heart out.
Oh, but she's already got her Harris shirt on.
Yes.
Give me a break. Oh, you'd act like they're
come
acting like
on
he's
now.
dead.
Well, he is, right?
That's
oh,
fair.
No.
For all intents and purposes, he is, yeah.
Wow.
Joe's not going to campaign anymore.
The old man with dementia is leaving.
Are you taking it hard?
He won't be able to completely destroy the nation before he goes.
Okay, well, all right.
I want more inflation. Please raise my taxes. We'll raise my taxes now.
What about Ukraine?
We'll kill babies. Who's going to allow me to kill babies now? Who's going to allow tens of millions of illegal alien killers into our country? Wow. My grocery prices have only gone up 35%. That's not enough.
Wow, this is not going well.
I want to spend $100 trillion on Green New Deals.
Okay, all right.
If I could only change the climate.
Right.
Please.
I don't know.
Who's going to insist on EVs that don't work and nobody wants?
How are we going to console him?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I know you can't. You just have to be with them. You just have to be. We just have to be here.
Just be here. Just be here. Just be there.
I want 26 liberal Supreme Court justices.
Wow. Wow.
You can't fix it. You just have to be here for them. That's all.
To do this stuff for people.
What are we going to do? Wow.
What's funny
man.
is
That's
you were
rough.
joking, but there's people outside
I
the
know.
Oval Office
I
doing
know.
that entire routine
I know.
in a serious way.
It's so pathetic. What is the matter with you people? Wake up. Wake up.
Wow, I'm glad to see you've recovered, though.
Yeah.
Because we were getting
Thank you.
a little concerned.
I mean, if he were to go completely off the deep end, then we would have had to do something.
Right,
but
right,
we're
right.
fine
Fortunately,
now.
I didn't.
Yeah, no.
Just,
Well, all
yeah,
you
just
do
got
is
near it.
Pat him in the back. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Give him
And
a
I
hug.
felt that. I felt that compassion, and that brought me
Just
back.
be there for Pat, y'all,
Yeah,
because
that's
this
it.
is a
That's
rough
all you
time.
could do. That's all you could do.
I mean, so ridiculous, isn't it?
We're sitting as.
Gosh.
It is. I mean, it is like his eulogy. I mean, we're just over. We're done. He may as well be dead. Certainly to Jill.
Why? How does she feel
Oh,
about it?
bad. You know, she. I mean,
Now you're talking about his wife.
Did she
right?
leave for France last night? I wouldn't be surprised.
last night.
I wouldn't be surprised if she just walked. I got to go to France. I got to go do this Olympic thing. I'm out of here. I can barely stand to even look at you right now.
I miss him like a dad already, and he hasn't even left yet. Don't you? Because
Oh, yeah.
man,
Oh,
he
man.
he was good.
Already?
Oh
He
man.
was good already.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's still alive, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Oh, okay.
To quote Jeffy, is he?
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a good question. Is he?
You aren't lying. It is.
More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to break out.
No.
Yeah, I've got to break out the Jackie glasses.
I mean,
I hate when that happens.
do they ever lose Jackie glasses status?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I got a good eye doctor.
They're too dorky.
If you want your own pair, I do have a guy.
Do you? You got a guy?
Yeah, I got a guy.
Okay. Toasty Mitts politics. Did anyone notice that Biden hardly blinked during his address last night? Looked like a deer in headlights. If that deer was also drugged and tossed in front of a car. Okay.
That's fair.
All right. Yeah, it's a weird thing. He's got a blinking situation where he
he's had
does
eye
it
strokes.
for a long time.
Remember, he's had eye strokes.
That's
We
right.
had the eye bleeds and
That's
stuff.
right.
He's got a lot. A lot going on, so it's not about
Very
health.
true.
Though.
It's nothing to do with
Nothing to do
health.
with health.
Nothing to do with it.
Nope.
Joe McCullough. Biden heard the Republic story from Franklin himself. That's why it differs from the historical account. All right. That also is fair.
That's an age joke, see?
From Rowdy Introvert, all that Pat's Cry session was all that Pat's Cry session was missing was the fact that it wasn't recorded from inside a vehicle.
No kidding. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Let's see. And from Tamara B, where can I get a clip of Pat fake sobbing about Biden dropping out of the race? I want to make it my ringtone.
Whoa.
Fake sobbing?
Wow.
Excuse me.
Wow.
I can barely even say it.
We're talking
Fake
about the
sobbing?
president stepping down
Right.
from campaigning.
Right. I can't.
No.
I didn't mean to bring it up. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Here we go.
It's just campaigning, Pat.
Who's gonna lie about DEI hires now?
Okay. This is politics, man. It's not life and death.
It's younger
Who's
voices.
gonna send billions for wars in foreign countries now? Who's gonna launder money through Volodymyr Zelensky and bring it back to us in D.C.?
Oh, man. This is not going well for you. Look at this. Oh, Joe, how kind of you. Look at that.
Thank you,
Brought you some Kleenex and whatnot. That'll help.
Who's gonna lie about conversations with dead train engineers? And Xi Jinping on the Tibetan Plateau.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's kind of funny. If I'm being honest.
You just have to be here.
When I'm
You just gotta be
standing
here.
on a higher plane than he is, who's gonna remind me, don't jump!
Oh, no. You're going to miss that. Oh. Not good. Just be here, right?
Yeah, you just have to be here. You just have to be here. If it's any longer, I might start crying.
Should we just let him cry it out, or should we try to?
Oh yeah, you
intervene?
can't do anything. You can't quit being a man. You can't fix it. Okay, you can't fix it. You just got to be there.
Oh, look, he got him to laugh.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
Should we go over there and hug him, or we? Oh, we're good.
Can
We're
we
good.
can we see the other people who shared my
Oh, the grief. and
tragedy,
just
the
Look at
grief.
that.
There they are.
Right up there.
There they are. Look at them.
I mean, the chick on the far right, she's kind of keeping it together. She needs to hug her friends. Holy
This is
crap.
Oh man.
ridiculous.
Oh,
so
it's agonizing.
dumb.
It's agonizing.
Ridiculous.
Oh man.
There we go.
All right, we got a bingo winner. It's Mindy, right, in Iowa. Hey, Mindy, welcome.
Hello, bingo!
Yeah, baby.
Very good. All right, where'd your bingo occur, Mindy?
The top row from left to right, Pat's computer dings.
Yes.
Jeffy, I got it.
Okay.
Don't scream.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat, I miss him like a dad.
Right. Just happened.
And Pat, Lee Greenwood still introducing Trump at the RNC.
Congratulations. We got you set up with all your stuff.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Congrats.
Appreciate it, Mindy. So she gets $30 worth of merch from PatGrayShop.com and the dozen cookies from Kexi.com. We just heard from somebody the other day who hadn't gotten theirs yet, right? The cookies.
Oh, boy.
So I emailed Sean right away. So hopefully, if that was you, hopefully it's on the way now.
Wow.
Winging its way. Wow. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's a June winter, too. So,
But if they would like to purchase, can they do that on Kexi.com?
They surprisingly, yeah, they can.
Oh, they can?
Yeah, they
Oh,
can.
what the heck?
You can go to Kexi.com and buy some cookies.
So natural.
Which would be nice, because then,
Well, you got to get over the whole Biden not going to run again
Right.
thing, so you got to feed your face.
Well, I mean,
Right?
Kexi cookies could console you.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying, yeah.
Yes. If you don't have ice cream handy, even if you do,
Yeah. Hello.
ice cream and Kexi cookies, an incredible combination.
You aren't lying.
Incredible. KEKSI.com, Kexi.com. All right, so Donald Trump was in North Carolina at a rally, and supposedly he agreed now that he's not going to do these outdoor rallies anymore.
All inside.
Yeah.
That was all inside now.
Yep. Indoors.
Well, listen. If you have to play at least to their weaknesses, right? If they can't protect them outside, then we'll stay inside.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would have made that
Absolutely
decision as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do them inside. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you keep the shooters
if you can,
out?
If you can
That'd be
keep
good.
me safe here, okay,
That'd be good. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Man, they knew about this guy in advance. They warned about this guy, and they still couldn't stop him.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, I wonder how it happened. Someday, perhaps we'll know, but I doubt it. Here's a clip. Here's a clip from the rally.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Look at that crowd, man.
Jeez.
That's not a Kamala,
Wow.
That's not a Kamala crowd.
Not a Kamala
No.
crowd.
Wow. Dang. That's impressive.
I love it. Let's go.
Really impressive.
In the words of Snuffleupagus when he was interviewing our president, you might want to let's not talk about crowds.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go out and talk about crowds.
Well, who's he got?
Right,
That was the
right.
response. What the hell?
What are you talking about,
Yeah,
old man?
You ever turned on a television there, old man? Jeez. Another clip from the rally last night.
So funny.
For 3.5 years, Lion Kamala Harris has been the ultra-liberal driving force behind every single Biden catastrophe.
Yep.
She is a radical left lunatic who will
Yes. destroy
our country. If she ever gets the chance to get into office, we're not going to let that happen.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I was supposed to be nice. They say something happened to me when I got shot. I became nice. And when you're dealing with these people, they're very dangerous people. When you're dealing with them, you can't be too nice. You really can't be. So if you don't mind, I'm not going to be nice. Is that okay? I'm not going to be nice.
Okay.
I love it.
That's great.
Respectfully, can I suggest you don't go with Lion Kamala?
He loves it, though. He said, that's what I call her,
Oh, how about-
LYIN apostrophe.
Can
he
I
made a big
offer
deal about it.
Cackling Kamala? Because
that
everybody
should've-
knows her for
Yeah.
that hideous
That would have been a
laugh.
good call.
Cackling Kamala. Let's
And
go.
he's already used Lion. It was Lion 10.
Yeah, that's what I thought the same thing.
You can't reuse them.
You
I was
can't
like,
reuse that.
we've already scorched
Ted's-
earth with that.
It's Lion Ted.
Right.
You know what Ted lied about,
it's
but
Lion Ted.
Yeah.
The
Right.
scorched earth has already been done.
And
Telling
Fisher,
you.
if you remember, you already figured this out. Was because the guy who's giving him the names, what happened to that guy?
Yeah, oh yeah, his that's right. His right-hand man, his do-boy, down at Mar-a-Lago, retired, and he was the one that helped
Named
him.
everybody.
Yeah, got him dressed
he
every
got him-
day. He was
yeah.
he was his
Does he have a
he was
phone?
his footman.
This guy?
He was his daily footman that laid out his clothes and took care of him every day. And he was the one that gave all the people nicknames.
So is he the one responsible for crooked Hillary and crooked Joe Biden?
No, he retired.
He retired. He didn't.
At 2016.
Okay, so
that's why you're getting the recycled.
Yeah, you get the recycled material because he doesn't have anybody new giving him any good lines.
I'm sorry. I need the alliteration. I need Cackling Kamala.
Cackling Kamala is really good.
Oh.
It is. Yeah, it'd be great.
Somebody listening, get that to Donald Trump,
Go
please.
lay out his clothes tomorrow and tell him.
Okay. Fine.
And here's Trump again at the rally.
And no, you could see the group behind because the camera was on. We had a tremendous, like hundreds of people from the press. We had cameras going on, and you could see behind me. They were like this. How about the guy right behind me in the black with the green hat?
Yeah.
And he's looking like this. That guy was. I want to meet him.
They're trying to say, the Democrats are all trying to say now that he wasn't shot at all. They want so desperately to make that a thing that a bullet didn't hit him.
Right.
It was just shrapnel.
Unbelievable.
It was shrapnel from what?
They think
the teleprompters were completely intact.
Thank you. That was the
Neither
first report.
teleprompter was shot. Okay. It wasn't shrapnel from a teleprompter. That's just asinine.
Yeah.
If one of them was broken, you could say, okay, well, maybe.
There would be a photo.
Maybe.
Like he just said, there was so much press there. We would have
completely
the
intact.
dramatic shot of the teleprompter that saved Donald Trump's life.
Yes.
And by the way, somebody just messaged me, Kamala.
Kamala's good.
That works.
I like that.
Cackling, though.
Cackling.
That's the one.
Cackling
That's the one.
Kamala the
And she's known for that, too.
Yeah. She's laughed like that off track for forever. I was looking at old clips of her when she was talking about, when she was Attorney General, and she was laughing about
putting marijuana users away,
putting mothers away, putting parents of truant children away.
What?
And she's been laughing like
that's
this
funny.
forever.
That's funny.
Ugh, just a nervous
so
laughter,
bad.
just terrible.
So bad. Meanwhile, it looks more and more like it is the match. This is the matchup we're going to have. I mean, they're not going to do anything. It's not going to be an open convention.
Nope. They might not even have one. Why have one?
I think they'd like to avoid it.
They were talking about having a virtual nomination. So,
my gosh. I mean, she's already the nominee, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty much proclaiming her. Yeah, she's our nominee.
Wait,
nobody voted for her. At least you've got Marianne Williamson saying, hey, wait a minute. More people voted for me than her. And that's true. She wasn't the person people were voting for. It was Joe Biden. So now they're trying to transfer all that to her. Like she got the 14 million votes. But she didn't. So
I mean, she got 0.
I'm normally way over there with Bernie and Elizabeth.
Think of that, though.
I'm normally way over there with Bernie and Elizabeth.
Got more than Kamala.
Yeah.
Cackling
That tells
Kamala.
you something. That tells you something. Yodeling Marianne
You're right.
got more than cackling Kamala. All right. Let me tell you about Jace Medical. In the wake of Hurricane Beryl, over 2 million people were left without power in Texas. I think it was upwards of 3 million.
Yeah.
Just in the Houston area. During the summer, with intense heat and humidity, Texans are preparing themselves for severe thunderstorms and power outages that follow hurricanes. And with weather like this, it can be really tough to get to pharmacies and doctors. There is something you can do to ensure that you and your loved ones will have the medication on hand when you need it. It's a solution that thousands of people have already discovered. It's called Jace Case. And it'll allow you to start stocking up on medication right now so that you're prepared whatever comes. Whether it's a disruption of the supply chain or power outages that happen, whatever it is, the Jace Case is a personalized emergency kit that contains essential antibiotics and medications that treat the most common and deadly bacterial infections. Provides 5 life-saving antibiotics for emergency use. Just fill out the simple form online, and you'll have what you need in case you do need it. There are add-on options like EpiPens and ivermectin and other things, too. Jace Medical encourages you to take your family's health into your own hands. Go to jace.com, enter the promo code PAT at checkout for a discount on your order. That's promo code PAT at JASE, jace.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So, yeah, they've circumvented the democracy. Which I love. They cherish democracy, and yet they spit all over it. They just ignored it completely, and just are telling you, okay, this is who you have a chance to vote for now.
It's almost as if they don't cherish democracy.
It is almost like that. You know it can't be that.
No, it can't be.
But it's almost like it. CNN is noting that Donald Trump is popular among more and more blacks. I bet they hate that. But here they are talking about it.
The numbers that came out were basically 70-something percent, 77%, or there it is, 76% would go with Kamala Harris, 21% with Donald Trump. Those are historic highs for a Republican, never mind Donald Trump, who I think got, a heck of a lot less than that. What does she need to do in your mind to try and get potentially some of those voters back? And we know that black men are the numbers that are growing for Donald Trump.
Absolutely. So when we think about it, typically Republicans get about 12% of the black men vote and black vote collectively. So we got to shift that 9%.
They got to shift that 9%. Yeah, because we're just journalists here, and we're going right down the line. We just have to shift that 9% back to our candidate, the Democrat. But we're just journalists here. That's all. That's all we are. And MSNBC interviewed women voters about Harris. Do we have time for this?
Yes.
Is this okay? Here you
How
go.
do you perceive Vice President Harris compared to President Biden in terms of competency and experience?
I think she's worse. She doesn't even know what's going on at the border.
Right.
And that's
So
what
these are Trump
she
supporters,
was
of
supposed to
course.
be doing.
Of course.
And in charge of.
Of course.
I mean, as a school teacher, if I did not do what I was supposed to be doing, you better believe my job
Pause
would be
it
in
for a
jeopardy.
second.
The caption.
Check out the caption.
The caption is
What
hilarious.
Put the still shot up at the end there, if you could. Just put it back up on the
How do you perceive Vice President Harris compared to President?
Female Trump voters weigh in on Harris.
What are you getting at? What are you getting at? We don't do that on this show.
No.
That's right. That's right. I'm about to get mad.
MSNBC does it on their show.
Yeah.
Tell me that's a mistake.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. Wow. We are really in historic times.
Yes, we are.
Times that don't make any sense, too. The media is no longer, of course, calling Kamala Harris Joe Biden's border czar because the border is secure.
Secure.
We don't need a czar anymore. Actually, they know so many people have poured across the border that the border czar hasn't done the job. So she's not that.
It can't be that.
But they sure used to call her the border czar. It's like now, we don't have czars in this country. Okay.
Yeah, we know.
Stupid.
We know it's the stupid title, but you know, we call John Kerry the climate czar.
Right.
Obama had
Remember the car czar
too.
back in yes. Check this out. The way they used to refer to her.
Quote unquote border czar. Vice President Harris was not a border czar.
Meantime, Vice President and border czar Kamala Harris facing some backlash.
What he said about Harris and immigration was not true. She was never appointed border czar.
And this will be her first visit to the U.S.-Mexico border region since she was appointed as the border czar by President Biden.
People are going to have to counter the misinformation. You already hear folks talking about the border czar. She wasn't the border czar.
President Biden tapped Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, to be the border czar.
Now, she wasn't the border czar.
That's what Republicans labeled her.
They were very critical of Kamala Harris, especially in her role as border czar.
Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record, calling her a border czar.
Kamala Harris, who was appointed as the border czar.
The Biden team didn't declare her the border czar. They wanted her to work on kind of the root causes of immigration.
There has been so much criticism against Kamala Harris. You know, she was the border czar.
Calling her sort of the border czar, which wasn't necessarily the case.
So the border, if they weren't planning to address it in a major way, do not make her your border czar. She met with some of the Northern Triangle countries, but nothing has effectively changed.
CNN. Okay, there you go.
I mean, okay.
She's not the border. Okay. There's not an official czar title in the United States of America.
Yeah,
this isn't Russia. But she was appointed the border person, the person to oversee the border. She was the person given that duty by Joe Biden. I mean, can anyone dispute that? Come on. She was put in charge of it. She was the one who was supposed to pay attention to it.
Yes.
And it was her speciality to try to take care of the border. Call her whatever you will. She's the vice president, and she was in charge of the border. Is that fair? It's unbelievable. She was never a czar. Come on. We've never had czars in this country, either spelled with a CZ or a TS. They're never.
Maybe that's
been
the confusion.
A czar.
Maybe that is the confusion.
Yeah.
Lost in translation.
Maybe. Also yesterday, FBI Director Christpher Wray was in front of Congress, babbling, lying, discussing the attempt on Donald Trump's life. Here he was talking about the shooter's drone. So I guess there was no Secret Service drone.
Exactly.
Right? There was no local police officer drone.
Which you would think, because
that's the first thing we asked.
The Secret Service director said they were 360, right?
Yeah.
Well,
maybe she meant the shooter was 360.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a drone. Listen to this.
Drone that the shooter appears to have used. It's being exploited and analyzed by the FBI lab. The drone was recovered in his vehicle. So at the time of the shooting, the drone was in his vehicle with the controller.
Understood what you said.
In addition, our investigation has uncovered.
Do you know what time of day he flew it, and if he flew it on the day of the shot?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So in addition, it appears that around 3:50 p.m., 4 o'clock in that window, on the day of the shooting, that the shooter was flying the drone around the area. About 11 minutes. I want to be clear, but when I say the area, not over the stage and that part of the area itself, but I would say about 200 yards, give or take, away from that. We think, but we do not know. So again, this is one of these things that's qualified because of our ongoing review, that he was live streaming, viewing the footage from that, again, about 11 minutes in around the 3:50, 4 o'clock p.m. range.
2 hours before, he's flying a drone in the vicinity of the route.
About 200 yards away, yes.
Okay, that's important information. What about the bombs that we heard about in the shooter's car?
So again, the FBI lab is exploiting those explosive devices. We've recovered 3 devices, 2 in his vehicle and 1 back in his residence.
Are these what you would call, your experts would call, sophisticated operations, or this? I don't know. That's what I've been told by people who have some understanding of this area.
Yeah,
we have.
I think it's. We've seen more sophisticated and less. I would say these are relatively, again, keyword relatively crude devices themselves, but they did have the ability to be detonated remotely. And so to that point, in addition to the 2 devices that we recovered out of his vehicle, there were receivers for those 2 explosive devices with the devices, and then on the shooter himself, when he was killed by law enforcement, he had a transmitter with him. Now, I do want to add one important point here, is at the moment, it looks to us, again, ongoing review, and I can't say that too many times, at a moment, it looks like because of the on-off position on the receivers, that if he had tried to detonate those devices from the roof, it would not have worked. But that doesn't mean the explosives weren't dangerous.
Right.
That's a lot more information during this ongoing investigation than we got from the head of the Secret Service.
Sure is.
Oh, 100%.
Wow.
Okay, so 2 hours before the event, just 2 hours before, he's flying a drone
in the area.
In the vicinity.
Yeah, but it's like 200 yards away.
Over there.
I mean, just talking 2 football fields.
Not
Come
even
on.
close to where the president was going to speak.
I mean, please. What are we, incompetent?
I mean, you're not supposed to be flying drones on a regular sunny day within, half a mile of an airport? Something like that?
There's even more rules and regulations on the drone flyings, And the FBI has the authority to just take it. If you're flying a drone in an illegal space, they just come and take it.
And you would think somebody might say, hey,
you would think that.
Shouldn't be a drone here flying around because a former president's going to be speaking.
We're just going to take that.
We're going to take that.
Down.
We're going to shoot that down and we're going to take it. Jeez.
Exactly. And by the way, not to get too far off track here, but you want to talk about the rest of the world recognizing our moment of weakness right now. Did you see that both Russia and China invaded our airspace in Alaska?
Yeah.
Not a threat, though.
No.
I mean, they're just probably just...
Oh, they made a wrong turn.
Made a wrong turn at Vladivostok. Right. So anyhow.
CrowdStrike, they didn't have the GPS. It was off. It's like, oh, man, it was screwed up. What are you going to do?
Don't like it.
They were met by U.S. and Canadian planes,
yes,
however,
they were.
chased back.
Yeah.
So at least we did that.
Yeah.
Ray was also discussing the shooter's internet search history.
One of the things that I can share here today that has not been shared yet is that we've just in the last couple of days found that from our review, to your point about devices, analysis of a laptop that the investigation ties to the shooter reveals that on July 6th, he did a Google search for, quote, how far away was Oswald from Kennedy?
Irrelevant.
And so that's a search that obviously is significant in terms of his state of mind. That is the same day.
I don't want people looking at my searches.
That it appears that he registered for the Butler rally.
I can well imagine.
I do not want that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
I don't want a forensic analysis.
You've got Chris on standby in case something untimely happens to you to clear out your history, right?
I'm guessing it has nothing to do with Lee Harvey Oswald, though, your search history.
There may be something in there at some point in time.
No. So 265 feet, if anyone is curious. That's how far away Oswald was from John F. Kennedy.
Oh, so
why are you searching that?
Yeah, that's in your search history now.
Why are you searching that? You just made yourself a prime suspect.
That's show prep. Thank you.
Yeah, it's research purposes. Back off.
He was also asked why Trump wasn't kept off the stage. Really good question.
Yes, that is an excellent
good question.
Wasn't Trump not kept off the stage?
We don't know the answer to that, but I want to be clear, and this is important because I think it goes to questions that I can and cannot answer. Our investigation, the FBI's mandate, is focused on the shooter and all things related to his attack.
Right.
Now, obviously, I understand very much the intense interest and focus on the Secret Service's performance, actions, decision-making, et cetera. There are two separate after-action reviews, the DHS Inspector General and the outside independent panel that's been convened that are focused on that. Now,
he likes
so
the
why don't
fact
you
that
look over there.
Yeah,
because it's not that ain't on me.
He likes the fact that the heat is on the Secret Service for a change and not the FBI. And we don't have the exchange, but Thomas Massie he was trying to lead him. Remember, we've talked about all of the cell phone data that has been reported to ping between the FBI building area and Crooks's home. Like, what is this connection here? Massie tried to get that out of him, and Wray either has no information or played dumb. So I don't know if that's going to go anywhere. Is there a connection between the FBI building and Thomas Crooks? We'll see.
Also, they asked him how did he get up on the roof? What about the ladder? Check this out.
One thing I can give an update on, which is pretty fresh here. We had some conversations with some of the members about the access to the roof and the ladder and so forth. And our evidence response teams and their forensic collection, we now believe that the subject climbed onto the roof using some mechanical equipment on the ground and vertical piping on the side of the AGR building.
Vertical piping.
In other words, we do not believe he used a ladder to get up there.
Yeah, why would you?
Right.
The ladder's too easy.
So
he went up like Spider-Man.
No.
Crawled up the side of the building like Spider-Man. That's what we now believe.
He was crawling on his stomach on the
no
on the
slope is too
roof.
steep. So, okay, he also said that Crooks purchased a ladder, but the ladder was not.
Yeah, but he didn't use it
at the scene.
Yeah,
and it's because Crooks cased the area better than the Secret Service did. He realized when he went.
Oh, there's already a ladder.
Oh, I don't need to bring my ladder.
Right.
I swear. I
know.
So you would expect one guy standing at the base of this ladder.
And essentially, he just admitted, but we don't really know. He might have used the ladder. He might have crawled up the vertical piping. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Or he might have really sticky fingers like Spider-Man, and he crawled up the side of the building.
Could have been.
I don't know.
He could have had springs on the bottom of his shoes and jumped up. We don't know.
We're not sure. We just don't know.
Go gadget shoes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Those are awesome, by the way.
Oh, man. And then there was a question about what the FBI is doing to people who are pro-life.
I need to move on. I got 1 minute left. Are you familiar with the case of Paulette Harlow? She's a 75-year-old elderly woman from Massachusetts with a debilitating medical condition. She was prosecuted for violating the FACE Act and sentenced to 2 years in prison. She has to go to Texas in 2 weeks. She was praying at an abortion clinic in Washington, D.C. The FBI interrogated and investigated her. Do you think it is appropriate for a 75-year-old woman who is praying at a clinic in D.C. to be put in prison for 2 years for that activity? Just a simple question. Do you think that's appropriate?
I'm not familiar with the specific case.
Of course not.
You're not familiar with that case. It's been significantly in the headlines. But you don't know how to comment on that case. That it's appropriate for a 75-year-old woman to be put in prison for 2 years for praying at a clinic.
Again, I'm not going to, since I'm not familiar with the case, I don't want to start weighing in because I don't know all the facts. But what I can tell you is that when it comes to FACE Act enforcement and abortion-related violent extremism, I think one of the things that gets lost, and I appreciate the opportunity to clarify it, is that really since the Dobbs decision, actually more of our abortion-related violent extremism investigations have focused on violence against pro-life facilities as opposed to the other way around. And we've had a number of investigations. We're using FACE Act resources and our JTF.
That could not be true.
It isn't true. We've sent,
don't worry about that, though.
Don't worry about it. There's been significant amount of efforts in targeting of people who are pro-lifers who go to clinics, and that they've been prosecuted, like this case, a 75-year-old woman who is now going to jail in Texas for 2 years because she was praying at a clinic in Washington, D.C. And we've submitted questions on that, and I'd appreciate a response on it.
Yeah.
Yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Pennsylvania is recognized.
Just to give you an idea, in the time period they're talking about, there have been 60 investigations. 5 have been involving the pro-life attacks. 55 have involved the attacks by supposed pro-life people on the abortion.
I just know that the
stories
that we see and the headlines that we see and read every day, that could not be true.
It isn't true. Yeah. So congratulations on noticing that. Yeah, it was not true.
Our head of the FBI.
Lying sack.
Right. I'm not familiar with that.
Unbelievable.
Really? Okay.
In fact, we're really looking into the fact that it's the pro-life facilities that are being attacked.
No, you're not.
Are you? Okay.
No, you're not. It's just a flat-out lie. But it's only 55-5.
Right.
The other direction. Don't worry about that, though. Let me talk to those of you who own a business for a minute, because there's a lot of frustration that you face every day with increased regulation, the impact of inflation and interest rates on your bottom line. There is a solution, though. that's been built specifically to help you save money and, most importantly, align you with an alliance of like-minded business owners that share your values. And it just shows that you're not alone. By joining with other business owners, you'll amplify your voice to the boneheads in Washington who just hate your guts. The Freedom Chamber is now open for business. When you join the Freedom Chamber, you'll receive exclusive benefits to help your business grow while being rooted in their values of faith, family, and freedom. The Freedom Chamber is the pro-American business network. You want to be with like-minded people. We're hearing about all of these businesses now that are so incredibly woke. Even Harley Davidson, who are just bending over backwards for all the gender and LGBTQ, QIA2+ causes. And I mean, just every woke situation they can get involved with, they've gotten involved with. All the DEI stuff, all of that. Instead, join other American businesses across all commercial sectors with the Freedom Chamber. Their mission is to promote our values while fostering the growth, sustainability, and success of member companies. Freedom Chamber is a dynamic, innovative organization with comprehensive support, robust resources, and exclusive network opportunities. Join today at freedomchamber.net. That's freedomchamber.net.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
A lot going on yesterday in D.C. Had Joe Biden's address at the Oval Office, the FBI director discussing the Trump assassination attempt and some other things, and Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Happened to stop by?
Yeah, stop by during the slightly distracted nation paying attention to other things.
No kidding.
Sorry you came to town while we were under construction.
Right. But here's what happened at the Watergate Hotel, where Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is staying.
Grotesque.
Maggots and crickets were released inside the hotel by pro-Hamas protesters. Isn't that wonderful?
Yep, it's nice of them.
That's great. Jeez, I can't stand these people. Seriously. Okay. Oh, no, you released maggots and crickets? That's awesome.
You won me over.
Now
That's terrible. I'm on your
side. I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. You're right. Israel should leave the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so until you released the maggots.
I mean, so many of the interviews I watched yesterday.
The hell is wrong with
protests, you? They're spewing information that is just wrong,
incorrect,
and lies.
Right. Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
And it's not unbelievable because
we've seen it for months and months now. But pro-Hamas protesters were also at Union Station.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So that's fun. Idiots.
Oh, my gosh. Nice.
I hope they're treated just like the J6ers.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just chaos. I mean, they spray painted statues. They burned the American flag.
Yeah.
They chanted, "Burn this blank." I mean, they were burning Uncle Sam in effigy. They were raising the Hamas flag. This
morons.
This is an invasion Despicable. Right here. These people are lying in wait for when it hits the fan.
That's
to
for sure.
Conquer this country once and for all. This is an occupation at this point.
It's despicable. You know, what are they doing here? You hate this country like this.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Go to the Gaza Strip. Help them. Help the people that you love so much that are being so mistreated. Go over there and join them. See what happens.
Be sure to wear your gays.
Yeah,
for
please
Hamas
wear all
shirts.
your rainbow attire because they love that over there.
They love it. They love it.
They can't wait to support you in your rainbowness when you go over. Jeez, morons. And we had a bunch of garbage going on at the Capitol too.
Yes, we did.
And it looked like this.
Oh, it's just...
Palestinians have been resisting.
So where's
Respect medical neutrality. What?
What is
medical
that?
neutrality? Wait,
Medical neutrality. Respect
Medical
neutrality. There's a cause that I'm not familiar with.
I'm not sure.
I'm not as up on my medical neutrality.
I might
as
be
should
for
be.
it.
I might be
for it.
Yeah. What does it say at the bottom there?
Doctors Against
Genocide.
Oh, that's
Respect medical
Shield Gaza's
neutrality.
healthcare heroes.
What?
Medical neutrality. So I guess that means that we can't bomb the hospitals.
I guess that's
attack
what
the
No
hospitals.
immunity for genocide perpetrators.
Yeah.
And by the
Okay,
way,
so does this apply to Hamas who are using hospitals
Thank you.
as shelters for themselves?
Right. They don't.
It doesn't
care
apply.
about
That doesn't apply.
So
to
we
them.
have quietly folded up that multi-million-dollar pier that failed miserably.
Yeah, right. Because they
And-
were attacking us while we were trying to build it.
Right. So
Yeah.
we're just like, we're out of here.
And they were stealing everything we were delivering off.
So maybe we need a sign that says respect dock neutrality or something. But there you go, burning the American flag, burning Uncle Sam in effigy, raising their flag like they are conquering heroes. And
Right. Yeah, they took down the one place they took down the American flag and hung up the Hamas flag. Oh,
Yeah, and they occupy the inside of the Capitol. And like you said, Jeffy, I'm sure they'll be treated just like J6ers
like the
because Congress
J6ers.
was in session. And
Right?
they were obviously trying
joint
to
session of Congress in
impede,
session.
Congressional duties
with a world leader.
with a world leader. I mean,
Another world leader in
just
the
keep
House.
escalating these charges.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I've heard that referred to as an insurrection in the past.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
That's weird. That's weird. This wasn't, though. This was just a little demonstration.
This is a First Amendment
It's-
stuff.
Yeah. It's First Amendment rights.
So
That's all that
yesterday
is.
was what, the 24th?
Yes.
Yeah.
2 + 4 is 6. J6ers again. I like it. I like it.
Oh, Jace.
I like it.
Yeah.
Jeffy-
some synergy there.
Jeffy, the numbers guy, joining us on the program.
So if we put the 18-minute together along with the 7-minute together, you got 22 minutes. You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
That clip could have easily been me, brother.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Oh, wow. You guys see the headline that the world's richest 1% increased their fortunes by a total of $42 trillion over just the past decade. So? And what did that do to people?
It oppresses me.
It doesn't?
It oppresses me.
How much did they take from you to get to that?
I
That's what I want to know.
don't know right off the top of my head, but
all of it,
did.
right? They
Yes,
took
it
everything
did.
from you. Took it all from you. Wow, dang it. So there's the guy
Thank you.
who paid for that. You lost trillions over the last decade.
Thank you for being sad.
You're welcome.
I
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
That really sucks, but clearly it didn't
Because I know
cut into your food budget.
I mean, I've lost weight because
He's
of it.
lost weight.
I see. That's
He's lost 40 pounds because of the richest 1%.
I'm so proud of you. I'm
Thank
genuinely
you.
Right?
happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, there's only
Don't.
we know that wealth is a pie.
What?
We know that wealth is a pie, and
This is
when
a
you
pie.
take too big a piece, that leaves very little for the rest of us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but here's what you do.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
You go, hey, government, can you print some more of that
That's
cash?
what you do.
I need some of that.
Yes.
And they do.
That's what, and they do.
And they do.
And they do. And then everything works out. So ridiculous. This is why there's capitalism. So that wealth doesn't, their wealth didn't come from me or you. Their wealth was manufactured by them. Okay? And wealth is an ocean. And you pull your truck up to the ocean and you dump buckets of water into the back of your truck and you drive off with it. That's what you do. And then the next person backs theirs up to the ocean. It might be a dump truck. It might be a pickup truck. Who knows? It's probably a flatbed in Jeffy's case. And then the water won't stay there.
He's lost 40 pounds, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. He's lost 40 pounds.
Point that out.
Okay, so a smaller flatbed.
But I hate this Marxist garbage that because they increase their wealth, everybody else is poorer because of it.
Yep.
It's
That's
just
exactly
nonsense. That's what they're saying.
Absolutely what they're saying. That's what they've said forever.
It's not reality, but it's what they're saying. And I just get so tired of the Marxist discussions in this country.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the people burning the flags and supporting Hamas over Israel. Leave. Yeah. Go somewhere else with that nonsense.
Literally no one is stopping you.
Right.
Go.
Right. So inside Congress yesterday, Benjamin Netanyahu gave his speech where he discussed the anti-Israel protesters who are out burning American flags.
The anti-Israel protests that are going on right now outside this building, not that many, but they're there, and throughout the city. Well, I have a message for these protesters.
Okay.
When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
Yes, Republicans. Yes. There any Democrats standing?
No, they're holding the signs.
John Fetterman, who showed up in a suit.
Wow, good. Did he really? Fetterman wore a suit for Netanyahu?
Big day. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What was the sign
on the
that
floor, though, right?
Rashida Tlaib held up? Did it say war criminal?
War criminal. Yeah, she was sitting there with her.
Oh, you got to love her.
Speaking of
You gotta
useful
love
idiots.
her. Bless her heart. That's beautiful. Isn't that
And by the
beautiful?
way, only 23 arrests yesterday. That's it.
That's
23.
it.
And they're probably all out
Probably.
now.
Probably. Netanyahu had more to say.
Some of these protesters hold up signs proclaiming gays for Gaza. They might as well hold up signs saying chickens for KFC.
That's good.
I like it.
Funny line.
That's good. And he had some praise for America.
I'm hopeful about America because I'm hopeful about Americans. I know how much the people of this country have sacrificed to defend freedom. America will continue to be a force for light and good in a dark and dangerous world.
Thank you.
For free peoples everywhere, America remains the beacon of liberty its extraordinary founders envisioned back in 1776.
Yes, Benji, yes. Yes. I like this guy.
The war criminal.
Does Zelensky talk that way when he comes here begging for money? No.
No, he does not.
I'm confident that our two nations will vanquish the tyrants and terrorists who threaten us both. As Israel's prime minister, I promise you this. No matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult the road ahead, Israel will not relent. Israel will not bend. We will defend our land. We will defend our people. We will fight until we achieve victory. Victory over liberty, rather victory of liberty over tyranny, victory of life over death, victory of good over evil. That's our solemn commitment.
Love it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love it.
He went on to praise. He praised Biden in that speech too, being such a good friend. And I thought, oof, that's a stretch, my man.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a stretch. I mean, I appreciate you doing that here in the U.S. and you're on the joint session of Congress and everything. And I appreciate what you're doing here, but don't. Somebody should have said, bro, instead of the war criminal sign, somebody should have just held up, don't.
And by the way, Elon Musk was there as a guest of Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, he was there.
No, I want to hear you say Benjamin Netanyahu.
I did.
Go ahead. Say it again.
Try.
BB.
Thank you. Thank you. And Elon was questioned about the $45 million a month to Trump, which he said was not true.
What
he
is
denied. He said no. That he blamed. He said that was a lie from the Wall Street Journal.
Oh wow.
And
well,
also,
it's too bad.
So maybe it's only 41. I don't know.
He
Maybe.
also challenged Mark Zuckerberg for a fight as he was going into Congress.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
I didn't see the Zuck challenge.
Again.
So he's trying to bring that up again?
He goes, anytime
He needs to let
any
that go
place,
because it's not going to happen.
and then walks into, I think it was
Really?
one of the offices of Congress
Dude,
people.
let that go. Let that go. That's not happening.
Why not? I want to watch that. I want that to be a big night. I want it to be the Tyson Jake Paul, right?
Is that back on again?
Yeah.
It was off.
November 15th.
And then for sure it's on November 15th now,
I got
right?
my ticket, so it better be for sure.
You're actually going to the...
Yeah, he's going.
He's in the
to AT&T.
rafters, remember?
Remember, I'm in the
Oh,
catwalk.
yeah. Yeah, right. What did that cost for
$99.
That's
a
cool.
piece, right?
Yes, a piece.
Yeah. So
you're going to
I
be
will
totally
say it
watching the
makes
monitor.
me feel better about paying my Netflix subscription price. I'll tell you that.
So you're going to be watching the monitor, the big.
I'm going to be watching
Jerry,
the
And you can't be in that building
I know.
without watching that. Are you
draws
kidding
your
me?
eyes.
That's not a. You can't. You can't. You cannot be
That's true.
in that building
That's
and
true.
not look at that.
Yeah.
You just can't.
That's really true. It's just too big.
It's too big. I mean, the game
and
is
you know-
going on below you, and you look and you watch the
Right.
game,
Yeah.
and no matter
And you-
what,
yeah.
you're looking at the screen. You just
and you
are.
think, I'm here at the game.
Yes.
I should be looking
Right
directly
there.
at
Doesn't
the
matter.
game.
You look up.
Why
You
am
watch
I
the screen.
watching TV when I'm at the game?
After
and
I paid
that's what you do.
Yeah, that's
You
what
can't
do.
help
That's
it.
Not,
You
that's
can't
not
help it.
anybody's fault.
And
that
your
just
TV
happens.
actually is comparable in size
Yeah,
to Jerry Jones' TV.
It's about
Ooh, maybe the old one. Don't push it. That's
6
gone
inches
now.
smaller than the one
Okay.
at AT&T Stadium.
And how's that working out? Is that going to make it to the new place?
No. Well, actually, I mean, no, but not.
I'm sorry?
Oh no! What?
Oh,
what?
no.
I'm sorry,
Wait,
what?
what
What'd you
happened?
say?
What happened?
Oh,
What?
I'm sorry.
Are you not getting your TV?
No, we've got a little media room in the new
Oh
place.
my God, that's the no.
Oh, no way.
That's no.
Wait,
No.
hold on.
Oh, we have
Bro,
one.
you need
Yeah.
to. What is happening with
we
you?
have a media room.
No,
we have
I
a
got it.
theater in the new place.
I understand
Hold
what
on.
you're telling me.
Time out.
That's not what I'm hearing.
We do have it.
Hold on, new place?
Yeah.
You've already got a new house and
Yeah.
everything?
He told us that.
Oh, I didn't know this. I thought
Yeah.
it was a temporary thing.
So,
it is. It's like we're leasing for a while until we
Wait, there's
decide.
a media room in the temporary place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
but I feel like the TV's not coming to that
That's
media room.
exactly
TV is not
right.
coming to it.
The way
Oh.
No.
What are you going to have in there?
And my equipment
little black
from
and white
my
TV?
media place is not coming to the new.
Oh.
Yeah, that stays.
Oh.
But that's not Jackie. That's the buyers.
Okay.
That's the buyers. They wanted it. All right?
You're disgusted with it. Why?
Why?
What happened? What is going on?
That's the buyers. That's not my wife.
Look, I mean, they
okay.
That's the buyers.
They
They said, we
twisted his arm."
want the projector. We want the media room stuff. I'm like, all right.
You
For
were
the price
like,
you're
all
paying,
right.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Wait, hold on.
ahead.
How about the Beavers too, right? You had
Yeah,
to give them up.
Somebody broke that dam.
Oh, no.
The Beaver
Really?
Dam.
Oh,
Somebody
no.
It's
keeps
been pretty
messing
broken
with
away.
the
Yeah.
Beavers.
Yeah.
No,
My
no,
wife
you're
was
good.
like, "Did you do that? Why would I do that?"
Out of here. Not my
Exactly what
problem.
someone would say.
Yep.
That's what I said do.
That's like kicking an
I'm glad
anthill.
someone in your neighborhood is actually
Why would I
stepping
do
up.
that? Come on. Yeah.
I feel like we're getting distracted
I'm
because
not messing with the
I still want to
Beavers.
know what TV are you getting for your new
It's a
media
little black
room
and white, little
for when we come over.
8-inch.
for the media room, there's already the screen
Okay.
is there
Okay.
and the projector is there
Okay, cool.
in the new place.
All right. Well, football.
I don't
the
have to
TV.
get one for that.
So
It's
are you-
already there.
So are you getting a
Oh.
TV?
So yeah, we're getting a new TV.
And
Okay.
it's
Yes.
just a tad smaller than the other one.
No, it's not going to be smaller.
Pat.
No, it is not going to. The other TV that we buy is not going to be smaller than the 80-incher we're living.
Put that
behind.
foot down, Patrick.
No, I'm putting that foot down.
Are you?
You hear
Are
that?
you?
Hear that?
All right.
That's my foot.
All right.
Going down.
BYU plays in 37 days.
I know.
Better get on that.
I know.
Hey, we could go
Not a
TV
chance
shopping.
of
I know
that
a guy.
happening.
So,
You know a guy?
Oh, he knows a guy.
Really?
You're
Yeah.
going to buy a TV out of the back of a truck if you go in
So
there.
what?
Under a freeway
So what?
overpass. That's fine.
Without hesitation,
Back,
Jeffy.
so what? Back that thing up. Is that a 100-incher? Bring her out.
Back that thing up.
By the way, I don't have a real estate agents I trust commercial today, but let me tell you how important a really good realtor is. You know, I mentioned the 1% charge that we're getting charged by the HOA.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Turns out it's not exactly the HOA. It's the original developer. And I'm like,
Oh.
wait.
Scam
Okay,
right there.
That's a good contract deal.
What a great contract
You aren't lying.
deal. So anyway, we're like, wait. Okay, we bought the house, right? We paid for it already. Why do we now owe you more money when we sell it to somebody else? How is that even possible?
This is like a dividend check for this guy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And nobody I've talked to has ever heard anything like this. And so, I mean, especially at 1%. You get 1% of our sale price?
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. So who signed that contract originally with the developer? The HOA?
You see, we're a little ambiguous because neither of us remember ever being told or having that pointed out. And usually something that egregious would be pointed like, okay, this is where the developer gets 1% of the sale price when you sell the house. And I'd be like, wait, what?
If and when you ever sell it, you'll have the 1%. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but you would notice that. And you would say,
yes.
You would remember
no.
being told it anyway. It's
So,
oh,
okay,
yeah, that's
so-
right.
So anyway, our brilliant realtor has gone to work on that and has gotten a hold of a real estate lawyer.
Good.
And
Stop
is
this
fighting
scam.
it for
Stop
us.
this scam. So hang on a second.
So the lawyer will get the 1%.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. No problem. Don't worry about it.
better
I'm
that
so
than the
pissed
developer.
paying that 1% to that developer.
So hold on a second.
It'd be worth it, though, to me, just to screw the developer, because what an outrageous
Yeah, I hate a capitalist
amendment
like that.
I hate that.
Okay.
I hate
Am I led to
capitalism,
believe that anybody in your neighborhood who has sold their house just didn't bother with that? They were just like, yeah, whatever.
That's part of the deal, right?
Well, our realtor has sold multiple homes in our development, and she said she's never seen it before.
Oh wow.
Oh, so it must be your house.
I don't know if it's
that
just
is
our
strange.
house.
I'll
I don't.
see you
Our
in
house
court.
was at one time used as the
show.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's why.
Is that just kind of
Maybe
it's a different developer?
Does it belong to the
I don't know.
developer? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I just wonder if they just have photocopied, the same thing. Like I could see maybe the first time it's sold, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? But not continuing.
I know.
Because you're not
in
the first owner,
perpetuity forever.
That's a
so
good
when
deal, yeah.
the new
I love it.
owners sell it to somebody 10
They gotta-
years from now,
right, they have to
you
pay
got
it
to
too.
pay another 1%?
Right.
Get out my face.
That's awesome.
No.
If
That's
you're
awesome.
the
If
one
you're the
getting the
developer,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
But unbelievable.
and the developer might be deceased, and his family just gets this random check in the mail. We're like, huh, cool.
I know.
I am a huge fan now. I mean, I love it.
I'm going to try it on everything I own and sell.
Right. Why not?
I'm gonna,
Why not? All people can do is say no.
I know. Right?
And worst case
you
scenario,
got
you
me.
end up paying an attorney.
I mean, we're either giving or selling everything we own right now. So I'm going to attach that to it. By the way, when you sell this, we get 1% of the purchase price.
But you're never going to sell it, so don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Probably won't
You're
do
not
it.
even going to sell it. I'm just putting this in there for the heck of it.
I like it. Oh, boy.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow. Thank you.
What?
Thank you. A chicken biscuit.
Oh, my
Breakfast is
gosh.
served.
From the
Thank you.
What?
number 3 fast food joint in the country.
Right.
Number 3.
Thank you.
Pick up your crown, Chick-fil-A, and hand it off.
All right. So do we still... I think we do. Yeah, we have one more. Netanyahu.
I mean, this is a long one. I didn't know if you wanted to play 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, it looks good. He's talking about the hostages, right?
Yeah, everybody forgets about them.
Yeah.
And now we have reports. I believe 5 reported this morning. I heard on a newscast deceased.
What? 5 more dead?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, dang it. Are any of the Americans? Because I think there's only 5 or 6 Americans left,
Let
right?
me see here. No, I don't. This
They
Should
weren't
be
Americans.
0.
It should. It should.
Yeah, bodies recovered here.
Here's what Netanyahu said yesterday.
Israel has already brought home 135 of these hostages, including 7 who were freed in daring rescue operations. One of those freed hostages, Noor Gamani, is here in the gallery, sitting near my wife, Sarah. On the morning On the morning of October 7th, the entire world saw Noah's look of desperation as she was violently abducted to Gaza on the back of a motorcycle. I met Noah's mother, Leora, a few months ago. She was dying of cancer. She said to me, "Prime Minister, I have one final wish. I wish to hug my daughter Noah one last time before I die." 2 months ago, I authorized a breathtaking commando rescue operation. Our special forces, including a heroic officer named Arnon Zmora, who fell in this battle, rescued Noah and 3 other hostages. Noah, I think it's one of the most moving things. When Noah was reunited with her mother, Leora, and her mother's last wish came true. Noah, we're so thrilled to have you with us today. Thank you. Many hostage families are also here with us today, including Eliyahu Bibas. Eliyahu Bibas is the grandfather of those 2 beautiful red-headed boys, the Bibas boys, toddlers. And they were taken hostage with their mother and and Eliyahu's son. The entire family was taken hostage. 2 beautiful red-haired children taken hostage. What monsters. And with us also is Iris Chaim, whose son, Yotam, bravely escaped Hamas captivity with 2 other Israelis, and tragically they were killed making their way back to our lines. We have with us also the families of American hostages. They're here. The pain these families have endured is beyond words. I met with them again yesterday, and I promised them this: I will not rest until all their loved ones are home.
Yeah.
All of them.
Why are we not hearing this from our leader? Why?
Either one of them.
Nobody.
Kamala wasn't there. Joe wasn't there.
The only one we hear it from is Donald Trump. And he's the only one that cares. He's the only one.
He introduced another soldier there, an Israeli soldier that was awesome too, that talked about how on the day of the attack he needed to go with his family and he just or go fight, and he ran 8 miles.
Oh wow!
To be a part of that,
Holy
to save people and rescue people.
Incredible. I mean, there's
unbelievable stories.
So many incredible stories from that time. Let me tell you about a brand new sponsor to the show. It's Lassie Health. You're going to love this. It's Laasy, Lassie Health. Now, how many of us, either in years past or right now, have had crushing medical bills? I mean, it pretty much destroys your life for a while. It makes things so stressful. I remember when I lost my job. In fact, this was back in the 90s. Lost my job, had no health care. My wife was pregnant. I mean, it was all of these things at once bearing down. If I would have had Lassie Health, it would have been a lifesaver. That's Laasy, Lassie Health. It's not health insurance. It's access to the health care you want without all the red tape, all the restrictions, all the inflated costs. Are you sick of the inflation that you see at the grocery store every day, that you see when you go to fill up your gas tank? I mean, this is amazing. This coverage for Lassie Health starts at $30 a month. You get transparent pricing, comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs so you're not paying for stuff you don't need, and access to healthcare services without breaking your bank. There are no annual or lifetime caps on services, and you can start a plan anytime. You don't have to wait for a sign-up period. Lassie Health, it's a game changer. Check this out. Check out affordable plans that put you in control of your healthcare at healthlink.com/Pat. Healthlink.com. Healthy, right. Healthylink.com/Pat. For a limited time, get your first month free. That's up to $100 off eligible plans. So get healthy, be healthy, and stay healthy without breaking the bank at healthylink.com/Pat. All right. We're just about out of time here for the day.
Have you seen Bryson DeChambeau playing with Donald Trump?
Watch this. This is cool. This is cool because
let's see the shot.
We just had this argument about who's a better golfer,
right?
Biden or Trump.
I guess we're not going to get Biden versus Trump matchup now.
Oh, there we go. Watch a shot.
I'm sure it would be a tight match.
Oh, what a shot!
What a shot.
Even DeChambeau is impressed by it.
Oh yeah. That's how you do it, right?
I mean, he's one of the best golfers in the world.
Trump eagles this, on the par 4.
Yeah,
the second shot goes in. Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Biden couldn't. Is that what you're saying? Joe Biden couldn't do that.
He couldn't get it at 20.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.